Good morning and welcome to the Hungaroring, ready for the start of the first of two races for the MotoGP World Series here at the Hungarian Grand Prix circuit. Drama towards the back of the grid, and is that Kuroda's car that has stalled after being started up? Yes, it is. Vittorio Garelli, the 18-year-old Italian, sits on pole position from a newcomer to the championship, Kispal Tamas. The Hungarian driver starts on the outside of the front row. Kimi Asate, Riccardo Agostini, Sergio Campana, Marit van Buren, then Ryan Carter-Can, Daniel Young, and the rest of the field. And Kuroda's car is going to be pushed away, and he will be forced to take the start from the pit road. So that is a very tough break for the young Japanese. Yoshitaka Kuroda will start at the back of the field then. Didn't qualify especially highly, 11th on the grid, but nevertheless it was at least 11th on the grid and not stone last from the pit road, which is where he will now end up. Kimi Sato coming through the shot in a red and white car. He's our championship leader. Sato having a little bit of a mixed time, but has produced consistent results. As you can see though from the first page of the scoreboard, it is still a very tight championship tussle. Sato starts third on the grid, and could do with a good couple of races here. MotoGP World Series with a different schedule to last year. Last year, all their races supporting World Touring Car Championship. This year, a couple of different locations for British fans. They're going to be racing on the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit and on the Donington Park Grand Prix circuit as well. So double chance to see these fabulous machines in action. And they are certainly going to be entertaining prospects at Silverstone, and I would hazard especially so at Donington Park. That should really make these drivers sit up and take notice. It's going to be a great track for these cars. They're very quick, they've got prodigious downforce and astonishing braking capabilities. And the Parkland circuit of Donington, particularly unlike this track in terms of its rolling green nature, I think will really bring out the best in cars and drivers. Well, it's 19 laps for the race today, or for both races today, and each will feature a mandatory pit stop. Pit lane will open after the leader completes his third racing lap. You can't come in at the end of it. You've got to, as the leader, then go around. Your earliest possible pit stop will be the the end of your 4th racing lap. Mandatory 2-tyre change. The entire field is on the yellow sidewalled soft Kumo control tyre. At least almost all of the field, because Daniel de Jong, Yoshitaka Kuroda, and who was the 3rd, Riccardo Agostini, who starts 4th on the grid, they have all got white sidewalled medium rear tyres. The Supernova team watching as the cars line up with their man Vittorio Girelli on pole. A gap on the grid where Yoshitaka Kuroda's car should have been, had it not stalled on the formation lap. He has been allowed to rejoin at the back of the field. We are ready for 19 laps of AutoGP World Series action. Away we go, the yellow wings on the right-hand side. You know your pole man, Vittorio Girelli. Does he get a good start? He does not. Through comes Kimi Sato to take the lead of Kishpal Tamas, trying to get the car off the line, going around the outside. The Hungarian driver making a bid for glory in the lead. He's going to get hung out to dry there on the outside. Sato has the lead. Girelli in 2nd place, and Kishpal in 3rd position. Lock up from Sato, the downhill and tightening corner 2. Wants to jump into position in the midfield in the early couple of corners, but it is all about Kimi Sato. Big start for him. There's Loren Carter-Cairn, lying in 4th place. Picked up a couple of spots off the grid. In fact, he was 7th on the grid, so picked up 3 spots. Sergio Campana started 5th, he's 5th. Jumped by Carter-Cairn, that's for sure. Alone. 3rd place in the MLR 71 car. Here's Thomas Sparkis. Kishpal Tamas, as they said over here. Just holding off Carter-Cairn at the moment. So the Hungarian driver will be familiar with this track, of course. He raced here in GP3, and may well have raced here in other forms of racing. Oh, what a mistake by Sato! Too late on the brakes, tripped a little wide. Vittorio Girelli, 18-year-old Italian, man in 2nd place, looking to try and take advantage there. Well, Girelli with big single-seater experience, raced last year in FIA Formula 2. Oh, just straight around the outside of Sato. What a ballsy move. Sato was determined to defend the inside line, thought he'd done enough, and Girelli just sailed around him. Grip to spare there in the Supernova car, and Sato again locking up. And I wonder if Sato has got a brake problem of some kind, because that did not look like a man who was expecting somebody to go round him. He dropped away already. Girelli is storming away from him. It's a mighty impressive pass from Vittorio Girelli, but it immediately makes you think if Sato is going to struggle with brakes, then suddenly Kishpal Tamas, right behind him now, is going to be right back in the frame. So everybody in the field at the moment using the soft tyre. A couple of cars, 3 cars in fact, started with medium rears. It may well be that they changed to the soft. You have to use both compounds of tyres in the weekend, not necessarily in each of the races though. Quite as complex an issue as Formula 1. Bit of a lock-up from Sergio Campana. Vittorio Girelli comes across the line, his last lap of 143.65, and he goes across the line at 135.65. Standing start, look on the extreme left, having gone to his right, Loren Carter-Cairn then cuts to the outside, and watch Carter-Cairn on the right-hand side of your picture. That's where he made up all of that ground, and got himself into the middle for the first corner. The motorsport cars were almost 3 wide there at one stage, 2 of them in the middle of the field, Mike Hungaroring and Daniel de Jong. Vittorio Girelli driving around the outside, and at the end of that one, David Sears very impressed with that, and rightly so. Their son John, who is the team manager now of Supernova. Great pass by Vittorio Girelli. pace now because he's jammed back behind Sarko. Looking at Kartiken in the red and white car ahead of Campana. As Pirelli continues to set fastest sectors. He's purple all the way through this lap. Fastest first sector of the race, fastest second sector of the race. He's going out to break the opposition at the fastest possible speed. And then, once he's done that for 3 or 4 laps and has built himself a 3 or 4 second cushion over Sato, then he will be able to sit down and think about nursing his tyres. He's gone from 1.3 to 2.1 in front, again much quicker. Sato's lap this time to 35.6, not a 137 point something. Agostini in the pit lane. Well, now that is not Agostini starting lap 4, so in fact that is a legal pit stop. Let's hope he didn't just exceed the speed limiter. So a very early stop indeed for Riccardo Agostini. He had the white rears on and has discarded those immediately for soft yellow sidewall tyres. In the colours of Romania now, instead of just all red as it has been for the last couple of races, Robert Bizou, stunning looking livery, very easy to spot. Thank you very much indeed to whoever designed that, because it makes this car stand out instantly. Bizou in 8th place, chasing Luciano Bacchetta. Driver in front of him. In front of them, Meinert van Buren in the orange, white and black Manor MP Motorsport car. Race leader Vittorio Gorelli again fastest as confirmation comes up, 1:34.9. The only man below the 1:35 mark at the moment. This is still on full tanks, don't forget. 15 more laps to go after this one. And you can see as Bizou piles on the pressure, Bacchetta's car wagging its nose a little there through that uphill left-hander. Lots of this track is demanding on the tyres. It's pretty high wear, demands a lot of grip to get a good lap out of these cars here. Into the pits, the second of the Manor cars. This is Daniel de Jong. Away he goes, the Dutchman in the Dutch team. Ooh, again, little lock up there from Bacchetta. Van Buren in front of him. Meinert van Buren in 6th position, another pit stop, and this is for the Supernova driver. Oh, Francesco Draconi lost the engine and gets push started away, so that'll cost him another 4 or 5 seconds. Came in from 12th spot. Wrong spot at the line as he came down pit road. So the pit stops are starting. Vittorio Gorelli, I think, will leave it a long while to come in. He's romping away out front, 3 seconds clear and setting yet another fastest lap. Race leader at the Hungaroring, Vittorio Gorelli. MotoGP World Series race number 5, and the pit stops happening fast and furious. This is Yoshitaka Kuroda, one of our 2 Japanese drivers. Started at the back of the field after the car stalled before the formation lap. Uranova get him in and out very quickly. Narain Kartiken also came in on that last lap. So he came in from 4th place and changed for a similar tyre to the one he had on. He's on the yellow side of the tyres, as most drivers are. The soft Humo control tyre. So he's had soft on, and so that means at some stage in race 2 today he will have to use the medium tyre. You would imagine that he might start on the medium and then take an early change to the soft if he can. Looking there at Kispal Tamas, Hungarian driver, and Hungary has had one Grand Prix driver in recent memory. Zolt Baumgartner had a season in Formula 1 at the early part of the last decade. Middle part of the last decade, I suppose I should say. The noughties. And Kispal Tamas definitely is the kind of guy who Hungarian motor racing fans are looking to be their next Formula 1 driver. It's his first time out in these cars. Qualified in second, lies third, as you can see, behind Vittorio Girelli and our championship leader, Kimiya Sato. There's the number 8 machine of Luciano Paqueta, now in 6th place, chasing Meinert van Buren. And Van Buren's teammate Daniel de Jong having a long look down the inside at Nyan Kartikeyan. De Jong stopped a lap earlier than the Indian driver, and Iran using his racing nous to just keep the door closed enough. This is the battle for 11th, but there are 9 cars in front of them that have yet to stop for tyres. That is not one of them, that is Riccardo Agostini. That's the car right in front of them, the 18-year-old Italian Formula 3 champion. Italian Formula 3, another championship that is not running this year in the shadow of the FIA European Formula 3 Championship, which seems to have hoovered up most of the Formula 3 drivers and team budgets. Well, Paqueta hanging on. And his teammate, Kartikeyan, in the number 9 car, the second Zelli Racing entry, also under attack. Daniel de Jong behind him, Luciano Paqueta holding off Romania's Robert Vizu. An awful lot of medium speed, medium gear corners here for these drivers. That is Giuseppe Cipriani is indeed coming in for his mandatory tyre stop. Again, he started with the yellow sidewalled soft tyres all round. Is he going soft and soft? That's not seating, yes it is now. He is indeed. So then another driver who will have to use the medium at some stage in race 2. Here's your race leader, Vittorio Girelli, car number 2 for Supernova. Supernova last year's team champions. And they also had the champion driver, Adrian Quay-Potts, who brought the number 1 to the team. Or left the number 1 with the team, I suppose, is the reigning champion's number. Vittorio Girelli having a very good time with it here. 18-year-old, Formula 2, GP3 and World Series by Renault experience, so again he will have raced on this track a number of times and in cars of this sort of calibre as well, so perhaps not feeling quite as confident in the machinery. In 3rd place, Kispal Tamas, Sergio Campana, then Meinert van Buren. There's the 5th place man, the Dutchman in that car. Right behind him, Luciano Paqueta, red, white and black of Zelli Racing, and Robert Vizu with the red, blue and yellow of Romania. Red, yellow and blue. Vizu again belying his experience, still really remarkably young. He's 17 years old, did 2 litre Formula Renault Euro Cup, GP3, Italian Formula 3 as well. There's an awful lot of very young drivers in this field, bearing in mind that these are 500 odd horsepower cars. A lot of grip, good levels of aerodynamic downforce as well. And that's what you need the young body for. You can see how much racing drivers of the modern era do their development in their early to mid-teens in go-karts. Get into single-seaters when they do, they make quick progress. no 2 or 3 years for a lot of them in a category to develop the skills they need to race, because they've been doing it since they were knee-high. Vittorio Gorelli, the race leader, pulling away. You saw there his teammate Sergio Campana in 4th place, Francesco Giacconi rather. Early season teammate was Antonio Speroni. Francesco Giacconi in the other Supernova car. Battle on for 3rd place. 2nd and 3rd place, Kimi Sato and Kishpal Tamas. Pit road, Luciano Becchetta. Again, going with the yellow sidewall, so medium on, medium off. I beg your pardon, soft on, soft off. So the medium will still require being fitted in the 2nd race. 7 drivers yet to stop, including all of the top half dozen. Gorelli, Sato, Kish, Campana, Van Buren and Vizou. Also Michele La Rosa has yet to stop in the 2nd MLR 71 car, the sister car of this one that we're looking at now, with the green, white and red of Hungary proudly displayed on the airbox. Sato showing absolutely no signs of pulling away from Kishpal. Oh, and another big mistake from the Japanese, just drifting far too deep into the corner. I'm starting to think again, that as he seemed to have in the opening couple of laps, he just has not got on top of this circuit at all in terms of where he should be braking, or the car and his brakes are not working the way that he really wants them to, because he's just knocking up far too often. Ooh. This car slipping a little wide there into turn 1. And perhaps just being suckered in a little deep by how deep Sato was going in. Ryan Carter-Cairns' teammate Luciano Becchetta. And who's he come out in front of? Is that Meinert Van Buren? It might well be. Maybe even with our HD monitor, can't see quite enough detail of the Manor MP car to work it out, and the timing screen will come and tell us in a moment or two. And where did he cycle back out? Becchetta, after his pit stop, has come back in 10th place. So behind Carter-Cairn and Agostini, and right in front of Daniel de Jong, in fact. To the AutoGP World Series Race 1 here in Hungary is this man, Vittorio Gorelli, the man who started on pole position, got jumped at the start by Kimi Sato, and then passed him around the outside at the end of lap 1 to retake that lead, a lead that he has gratefully grown considerably lap by lap. He is still lapping about a second quicker than Kimi Sato in 2nd place. Sergio Campana in 3rd, because Kishpal Tamas has just come into the pits. Not the fastest stop by the MLR 71 crew. Right rear took a little while to go on, but that stage Kishpal was safely clear of Sergio Campana, so we'll have to wait and see when Campana has his pit stop how that cycles out. Gorelli across the line completes lap 12 of 19. Oops. Again, that downhill braking area making it hard to get the car turned. Kimi Sato comes in from 2nd place. to the Segafredo stand this morning looking for a bit of early morning refreshment. The girls were not there, I'm afraid. The car was, but the girls were not. Sato, championship leader. And that was a very slick stop. Good stuff indeed from Euronova. Sergio Campana came in right behind him, was third now. Where is that going to be? Kishpal Tamas not in front of either of them. Well, let's see where the Hungarian got to in that battle for the podium position at some stage, possibly. Vittorio Gorelli, the race leader still, which we know. Sato, I think, came back out in second. Campana, I think, came back out in third. We have no idea where Kishpal is in that battle. Supernova team all looking pretty happy. Vittorio Gorelli continues to elude the pit lane, or eschew the pit lane, has not come in yet. This is the end of lap 13. Must come in before the final lap. He can't be a pit stop on the last lap. As he comes across the line as the race leader, the cars that were behind him by some 8.5, 9 seconds have both gone into the pit lane, so that will add another 30 seconds or so to the gap before they come through. But of course, Gorelli himself must still stop, as must Meinert van Buren, who's in 4th place. Make that 5th, because he has now come across the line in 2nd place, in fact, yet to stop. Visu yet to stop in 3rd. Kelly LaRosa also yet to stop. His teammate has stopped though, Kishpal Tamas. Drove for that team occasionally for MLR 71 last year. Giacomo Ricci, the ex-GP2 race winner, I was chatting to him yesterday. He's now effectively the team manager there because he was thrilled to get Kishpal Tamas on board. And there are the two MLR 71 cars. Kelly LaRosa moves offline to allow Kishpal Tamas to go by. MLR 71, Michele La Rosa, 71 the year he was born, the businessman who set up this team so he could come and race in this championship. And he knows he's not going to be the fastest man out on track, not with his ex-GP2, GP3 World Series style hot shoes, ex-Formula 1 in some cases. But he makes sure that he does not get in the way of their races. So Kishpal Tamas is down to 8th place, was 3rd before that pit stop, so MLR 71 need to spend a few more lunch hours working on their tyre changing. Because that is not going to please Giacomo Ricci one iota. Ricci, incidentally, we're in the Salzburg in a couple of weeks' time, will be racing on the Nordschleife. He's in the Nürburgring 24 hours, now a factory Peugeot driver in their VLN campaign. Race leader still, Vittorio Gorelli. Meinert van Buren yet to stop in 2nd. Robert Visu yet to stop in 3rd place. 24 seconds very nearly, but then Van Buren was sort of 8th place before all the pit stops started. So now you sense is the time for Gorelli to come into the pits and give away that 30 seconds that it's going to take pretty much to stop, because he is now coming up against some of the tail enders. And that may be Giuseppe Cipriano in front of him. No, it's not, is it? I don't know. Again, we'll wait till we actually get a view of him. Yes, I think it might just be. It's not Yoshitaka Kuroda, who is last on the road at the moment in 16th place. Is he coming in this time round? Stand by Supernova, yes he is. So in comes the race leader. Vittorio Gorelli comes in at the end of his 15th lap of the race. And again has done enough to build up an impressive lead. And hopefully that will allow the Supernova team to be pressure-free when he is having his tyres changed. You can see the Manor MP Motorsport team are out as well, waiting for Meinert van Buren in 2nd place. And Robert Visu will need to stop soon, as will Kelly LaRosa. Hitting his marks very gently. Vittorio Gorelli going with soft to soft change. That was good enough. Van Buren comes in from what was second place. And that means where is Kimi Sato going to come out? He was in second place before he stopped. About 7 or 8 seconds back, and that 7 or 8 seconds has been eaten up there in that pit stop. The tyre would not go back on the mounting lugs, and so Girelli comes out as the race leader, and suddenly the race is on. Sato is right with him. Don't forget, Sato's tyres are up to temperature and Girelli's are fresh on, no tyre warmers, so they are cold and will not give him the grip. The car will spin if he tries to use them like hot tyres. Sato drives around the outside. So the battle is back on for victory. Sato, the red and white car, the championship leader. The dark blue car with the yellow highlights. That is Vittorio Girelli, our race-long leader pretty much. Sato led lap 1. Girelli has led the rest. That's Michele De Rosa's stop just completed. And in third place behind them, as David Sears shakes his head. Sears not happy with that either. Behind them is that Luis Paul Thomas right behind. Robert Beason incidentally yet to stop. So that makes him the race leader, I should think, at the moment. Sato, whose car frankly didn't look like it wanted to do anything for him at the beginning of the race, is starting to pull away from Vittorio Girelli. Girelli just drove away from Sato at will by a second a lap in the early going. Now has Kimi Sato's car, has the balance come to him. Giuseppe Cipriani right behind. Cipriani doing a very good job of sitting right behind, and this is the moment of truth. Girelli's car again there as he got onto the brakes, trying to step out and spin him down into turn 1. Sato went the long way around the outside in 1 and in 2. Just found enough grip. So a lap later, now Girelli's tyres will be up to temperature. Can he come back? This is actually on the road, the battle for second. Sato there versus Girelli with the yellow wings, car number 2. Because Robert Visu is our race leader. And with 2 laps after this, Visu must come in next time round. Come in at the end of lap 17, or he can leave it till the end of lap 18, Robert Visu. But he cannot leave it till the end of the race. Vittorio Girelli, fastest first sector of all. Now the tyres are in. Now Sato is going to have to mind his P's and Q's. That gap will no longer grow, that gap will come down. He was a 1/10 of a second quicker in the first sector alone than Kimi Sato. And you can see now Giuseppe Cipriani is no longer on the gearbox of the Supernova car. Sato 35.0 second sector, 34.6 for Girelli as Visu comes down the pit road. 1 lap before the pit lane window closes. And that means that Sato versus Girelli, as Visu comes to the Team Ginzani pit, is now our lead battle. And he is changing fronts. There is by no means any regulation that says you have to change rears. Ooh, that would be a NASCAR penalty. Luckily, we're not in NASCAR. Here's the battle for the lead. And Sato's 1.1 seconds has now vanished. Girelli is all over him. So, Sato, the race leader, Vittorio Girelli right behind him. Girelli again setting fastest sector times. And the problem is, he's only got this and 1 more lap to get by Kimi Sato to try and take victory away from the Japanese in a race that he led right up to the pit stops. He showed commendable sang-froid, I think, Girelli, or whatever the Italian for that is, because having led almost all the race, leaving the pit stop till late, which would be the ideal strategy, build up a good lead, and only when you either feel the tyres really going away at the back or hit traffic, come in and then do your pit stop. Unfortunately, a fumbled change from the Supernova team eroded all of his lead and just a tiny bit more. The Sergeant is able to get right back into the frame. Coming round to the end of lap 18 of 19, and Sato knows that time is fast running out for Girelli to do something about it. Here we go, down the straight. Is it long enough for Vittorio Garelli to pick up a slipstream? He's 0.37 behind, very close indeed. Not close enough to look down the inside into turn 1, and does not force an error from Kimi Sato. What about turn 2? Down the hill once more, plunging downhill here. This is a tight left-hander, it drops away all the way through the corner. Can't do anything there. It's the last lap of this race, and Vittorio Garelli power sliding the car off the corner in his frustration, trying to get a run on Kimi Sato uphill to 3 and 4 and 5. Can't get through there, so he's going to have to wait till after the chicane, surely. And that is the end of the race. For Robert Visu, who's just come out of the pits, and Luciano Becchetta, who you assume was trying to go round the outside. On the fresh tyres, Visu drives him off the road and leaves him nowhere to go at the second apex. That was clumsy by Robert Visu. He didn't have the grip to defend there. He was fresh out of the pits, and I think the stewards will take a look at that. Yellow flags are out there. It's not a good passing place anyway, but Sato has probably got this taped. Garelli showing his nose, but that's nowhere to go through. He's somehow got to force an error out of Sato and find a way of turning inside him here, and that's where Sato locks up lap after lap, but Garelli can't get any traction there. Kimi Sato, against the run of form for the entire race, is going to win this one. The championship leader will extend his advantage. Qualified in third behind Vittorio Garelli, the pole man, but in the end it was a pit stop problem for Supernova that decided it. Euronova have the win with Kimi Sato. Now, high drama in what looked like a cut and dried race for Vittorio Garelli. Suddenly, 4 or 5 laps from home, it was all back in Kimi Sato's lap. Sergio Campana in third place ahead of Riccardo Agostini. Kishpal Tamas in 5th position, again victim of a slow tyre change. There's Grant Kartikeyan, just dive bombed by Daniel de Jong on the last lap. 7th and 8th. Finishes in front of Andrea Roda. Neither of the Virtuoso UK drivers particularly happy with their cars here. Roda 9th, Snegerev 10th. Both drivers quite tall on this twisty circuit, elbows catching inside the tub. But it is victory for the championship leader, Kimi Sato.
Yeah, but we won, number one.
You did indeed, Vincenzo Sospiri.
Thank you.
Euronova team claiming victory with Kimi Sato. We will come back after this brief word and hear from our race winner. Kimi Sato victorious here in race 1 in Hungary.
A casa. No, tutti quanti. Sì, ma probabilmente non ha per la sua bomba. Comunque.
Vincenzo Sospiri congratulates our race winner in Hungary, Kimi Kimiya Sato does the traditional salute from the cockpit of his Euronova racing car, wins race 1 of AutoGP World Series here at the Hungaroring. Started well, got away from third on the grid to take the lead from poleman Vittorio Girelli in the first turn, lost it at the end of lap 1. Girelli just drove around the outside of him and built up a big advantage, and then a fumbled tyre stop by the Supernova team robbed Girelli of all of that time, and Sato pounced as he came out of the pit lane. Girelli on cold rears and Sato on hot tyres. And in the end, not enough time left for Girelli. Sato ended up with the win, and Ben is with him now.
Race win once again for Kimiya Sato, but Kimiya, that did not look like an easy car to drive for this 19 laps.
Yeah, especially I struggle with on the braking performance. Performance wasn't there. Really tough race. First time Budapest racing, but we made it. That's a teamwork job. It's fantastic. Yeah.
What about the pressure in the last couple of laps from Victor, who had clearly been the fastest man on track most of the race?
Huge pressure. I was a bit slower everywhere compared to him. So I was watching mirror 100% last few laps, but it's okay. Yeah.
Great stuff. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So confirmation of what we suspected is he was definitely suffering with tyre problems, with brake problems all the way through. This is the end of the pass that started on the run down to the first corner with Vittorio Girelli fresh out of the pits. His tyre's still cold. Kimiya Sato's fully up to temperature, and he exploited that grip to just squeak by. But as he said, massive pressure from Girelli in the end, and Sato did not have the brakes. And despite having raced in Japanese Formula 3, German Formula 3 and the Formula 3 Euro Series, first time ever at the Hungaroring, so a doubly good job by him. Vittorio Girelli led almost all the race, but ended up second ahead of Sergio Campana. Riccardo Agostini in fourth, Kishpal Tamas in fifth position, the Hungarian in third before the pit stops again. Didn't get the best out of the MLR 71 team for his pit stops. So there's Vittorio Girelli in the background, Sergio Campana in the foreground, and our race winner, Kimiya Sato. One of the older drivers in the field, actually, at 23 years old. Sato, the championship leader, extending now to 14 points ahead of Campana, who lies in second spot. Just two cars failing to finish, Robert Visu and Luciano Becchetta. Visu fresh out of the pits, right at the very end of the race, penultimate lap. Becchetta on good tyres, trying to get round him. He's, I'm afraid, rather defended where he probably shouldn't have. So ready for the podium at race 1 of the AutoGP World Series here in the Hungaroring. Third place is Sergio Campana. Second in the championship. Gap growing a little here again as he loses more points to our points leader. Second place for Vittorio Girelli. And a little bit disappointed, as you would expect, a man who led almost all the race. Kimiya Sato, the race winner. Well, one thing is certain Euronova may have won, but they're going to have a look at his brakes. Vincenzo Sospiri, Euronova's boss, joins him on the podium as we hear the winners' anthem. Kimi Sato, our race winner. Championship leader coming in here, has extended his advantage over Sergio Campana, who's in third place now to 14 points. So starting to build up the sort of cushion where a DNF is not necessarily going to be the end of the day for him. Campana takes the trophy for third place. Pizza Racing team in third. Victoria Garelli for Supernova, underwhelmed by that in second place. And Uranova Racing's Kimi Sato, our race winner. Again, starting contrasting fortunes for he and compatriot Yoshitaka Kuroda, the other Uranova Racing driver, whose car stalled and would not restart on the formation lap. And he restarted and started at the back of the field. And for those of a slightly younger nature, the team boss in his time, a very successful single-seater racer as well, and he knows the warning signs, doesn't he? Get the photo done and then get the flock out of there, because he knows that it's going to get messy. Vincenzo Sospiri, top flight single-seater racer, a man who then very comfortably and very quickly swapped hats for the job of a team owner. And still, just a charming chap to talk to. Kimi Sato then, the race winner from Vittorio Garelli and Sergio Campana, and there's not too many of the 19 laps where you would have said that Sato was going to come out on top. Only the last two, frankly, and possibly the first one, but not entirely convinced about that. Unfortunate thing about compulsory pit stops in a race is that they are much less likely to give a driver a benefit than they are to give him a deficit, and that's exactly what happened to Vittorio Garelli. Well, that's it for race one then of the AutoGP World Series. Race two comes up later today, and there are two World Touring Car races as well to keep the crowd happy. Can Sato gain more points and start to pull away from his rivals? Only time will tell. Garelli could have done with the win there just to try and narrow the gap a fraction to the Japanese, but it was not to be. Hopefully race two will have no such dramas for him. We'll be back with all the action here on Eurosport.
És utána egy picit szünetet követően már az